I'm fine. And how about you?
Good.
Do you wait for someone to start out with it?
Yeah, we can wait for one participant and then we will start. I'm still also making my coffee. That's okay. Is that okay?
Yeah, I like coffee a lot. Coffee is my favorite.
Well, there is Masum, so you and Masum can start right away while I'm making my coffee and drinking my coffee. Is that okay?
Okay, sure.
Okay. Hi, Masum.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, Masum?
Oh, I'm doing great. Thank you.
Okay, that's good. Habib and you can start your speaking practice now. I'll join after I have my coffee. Okay.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm hearing each sound from your side.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Hello, yes. Please continue.
Okay, which part should we start first? From which
1,
part?
2, 3.
All parts.
Yes.
Yeah. The question which is repeating day after day, that is, are you a student or a substitute? Hello?
Hello.
Am I hearing me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I'm asking a question. Are you a student or a service holder?
Okay. Anyway, well, actually, I'm employee. I work for graphic people as a graphic designer for 15 years. I mainly do design with the aid of sophisticated software and Illustrator, Photoshop, and InDesign as well.
Yeah, this question is coming in 8 exam. That's why.
Okay, no problem. No problem.
Evaluate this answer and we can.
Okay.
Now I'm asking hostel. Do you live in any hostel in your school or college?
Well, I'm afraid I didn't live in a hostel beside my education institution, but rather I would live in my residence because there is not so much distance. I mean, there is quite short distance from my home to my educational institutions. Therefore, I am used to living at my residence in my days.
What was your favorite subject in school or college, and why?
Well, although I studied lots of subjects, among them English was my most favorite subject because from where I can find many things. For example, from my educational life, just I thought that my depreciations make me feel that if I could learn English properly, then this efficiency will create a share of or avenue to enhance my career development. Actually, this is because English is my favorite.
Okay, which subject did you like and why?
Well, basically, math was doing math. It was quite ambivalent to face the question to reach the answer. Actually, maximum time I made mistake while I was doing this math with teacher as well, because I couldn't understand properly their theory as well as system. So from this sense, that was the critical for me. Even till now, I'm being afraid whenever I see this sorts of math. I'd like to keep away from that subject.
Okay, your part one is done. Now I'm giving you cue card, or you can ask me part one first.
Part one, okay. Just a minute.
Okay, while you're doing that, Masum, I want to welcome Imon. Imon, welcome. I hope there's...
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, welcome. I hope there's one more that will come. Otherwise, I'll give you questions, you give me questions, and then we can have conversation with Habib and Masum until we are cut off.
Okay. Sure, ma'am.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay. Where is your hometown?
My hometown is Tiger. It is 20 kilometers away from Dhaka. It is conveniently located in Dhaka city, from where I can move any part of the country of Bangladesh.
Okay. What is your day like at the office?
Basically, my office is being the same way in my working day. At the morning, when I reach at my office, then I normally take the diary and pen to write down the to-do list, which can be done within the day. After writing down the list, then I distribute the task to my juniors, and one by one I ask them to complete the task within the time frame. And at the end of the day, I normally sit with them to see the progress and the work has been done. And this way, actually, I passed my day at my office.
Okay, who has helped you the most at work?
At my office, actually, all of the colleagues are cooperative. Among them, the one I like to talk about anything, his name is Mansur. He always try to help to others, and he is really diligent and persistent in every task. When I give him any work, he always finish within the promised date. That's why actually he is helping me in different way.
How often do you remember?
It's my dream. Actually, I can remind me that is the sweetest dream, but the nightmare I don't forget at the morning after waking up from the bed. And then I scared about the dream I have done busting at night.
Okay. Do you think dreams have meaning?
Yeah, definitely dreams express the meaning. Particularly if I say dream has the both meaning and the good side and the bad side. Sometimes we can see the symbols of dream can be implemented in the real life. That's why I would say dream has meaning.
Okay. Do you enjoy hearing about other people's dream?
Actually, it depends on my mood and situation. Off and on, I like to hear from others, but when I am busy and can't give time, then I irritated to hear others' dream to spend my time.
Okay. Do you send text messages on your mobile phone?
Yeah, definitely. Because I'm a service holder, always I like to text to my colleagues whenever I get them busy or see them in any meeting. Then I like to text instead of calling because they may get irritated to receive my call.
Okay. Last question. Are there places where you cannot use mobile phone?
In our district, actually, the network is available everywhere. That's why I don't get the situation where I can use mobile. But when I go in the countryside, I can't use because the scarcity of the network.
Okay, that's the interview part one.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, I have my mouth is full. Okay, wanna welcome Sajjad, and then Imon and Sajjad are partners. If you guys wanna start right away, jump in. Imon
Hello.
and Sajjad.
Yes. Do you want to answer first or ask first?
You can ask me first.
Okay.
Please.
Which part?
Say please, Imon.
Oh, please, you can ask me for
No
country.
problem. Okay. It's about shopping online. What kinds of things do people in your country often buy from online shops?
Well, in my country, people usually buy a number of things from online. For instance, like different kinds of garments or household products, and also the electronics product like watch or headphones and so many more things.
Okay. Why has online shopping become so popular in many countries?
Well, because of the technological advancement, online shopping is gaining popularity day by day. Actually, this is popular in many countries for a number of reasons. First of all, people are getting more busy in their official activities. That's why they don't get enough time to go physically to the shopping mall and buy and spend their time buying things physically, rather than they order online, and without wasting or without wandering around shopping mall, they can easily buy things from online without wasting money. Right. So that's why actually people online shopping is getting popular. Hello.
Okay. What are some possible disadvantages of buying things from online shops?
Yeah. In my opinion, I think there are a certain amount of disadvantages, drawbacks of buying things from online. First of all, the quality sometimes the quality of product that is presented in the in their page is not provided clearly by the owner actually. So besides that, the online company who sells their products through online, they usually become late, or they usually delay to spend their product within their time. Right? So actually, these the disadvantages that we often face while buying shopping online.
Okay. Last question. Do you think some businesses like banks or travel agents will only operate online in the future?
Okay, well, I don't think so. Actually,
Hello.
if I talk, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Well, if I talk about the bank, I would say actually I don't believe that the activities or the activities of the bank will be going through online in the future because and on the other hand, if you talk about the travel agency, then I would say it might be operated through online in the near future, because everyone is depend nowadays everyone is dependent on online. They feel and they don't get interest to go to the travel agency and book their seat, rather than they try to do everything within their comfort zone. So that's why actually people are dependent on online rather than offline. So yes, I think that the travel agency will become online dependent in the future, but the bank agency will not. No.
Okay, that's it, Imon. You did well. Thank you. Now, will you please ask me some questions from part 1 or part 3?
Okay, I'm asking you some questions from part 1.
Okay. Right.
Okay. Do you like to see the sky?
Yeah, yes. Sorry,
Do you like to see the sky?
Oh yes, a lot. I often look at the sky. Sometimes I look at the sky in the afternoon because it looks more bluish during the afternoon period. And sometimes I look at the night sky because there are numerous stars. And during my childhood, I used to stare at the skies in the night a lot. But nowadays, I don't do it that much. But sometimes I do.
How about stars? Do you know or like any star in particular? Hello?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. Is it? Yeah. Can you hear me
Hello?
like properly?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, can you hear me properly?
Yeah.
Yeah, right now it's clear.
Yes, Shazzad, you are clear, but sometimes you are breaking up. I mean, you might be talking, but we don't hear. But when we hear you,
okay, maybe it's my.
yeah, but when we hear you talking, you are very clear.
Okay, fine. But I think I can hear Imon or what?
Okay, I can continue, Imon, with the questions.
Do you know anything about stars?
I don't know a lot about the stars, but I have few ideas. Like these stars, there are different types of stars. Like our sun is the closest star in our solar system, and it's a red dwarf. And there are different types of stars which are like 100 or 1,000 times larger than our sun. They are called like I don't know. Sometimes they call it the name with the numbers. So there is a lot of things, but I don't know that much about stars.
Do you prefer the sky in the morning or at night?
As I was saying, I am habituated to look at the sky at night mostly because of the stars, because it reminds me of a lot of things. Sometimes we are seeing a light of a star has died thousands of years ago, and its light is coming right now, and we are seeing these things. It just gives me a glimpse of how significant of our presence in this earth or in this universe is. So yes, that's why I like watching sky at the night.
Can you see the moon and stars at night where you live?
Yeah, unfortunately, it is not possible for me to watch the moon moon and stars all the time, because I live in a very crowded city and there are thousands of high-rise buildings around me. So it is not very usual or regular thing for me. But when I go to countryside, I get some opportunities to look at the sky and see the moon.
So there's the end of your part one.
Thank you.
Okay.
Really work.
Yeah, good job, all of you guys. So
Thanks.
we have Mansi, and recently Raiyan joined him too. Yeah, he's here. Okay, what about if I give you questions? I start with Mansi and then Raiyan, and then I'll go back to Masum, Habib, Shazzad, and Imon. Imon is disconnected. I hope he's coming back. Okay, Mansi, are you ready with your question? Just one question each, okay? So that I can ask questions. Okay, this is a part 3 question, each of you, okay? Why do you think people go to restaurants when they want to celebrate something?
When they want to
Celebrate.
The main reason, what I feel that people prefer to go to, different types of hotels or restaurants. The main they feel that rather than home, a restaurant or a hotel is such a place which has a very good ambience and there is peace of mind, and it basically has a sort of culture wherein they can enjoy and without any sort of stress. And so I feel that this is the main reason, why people, prefer to celebrate occasions with their near and dear ones at this space.
Okay, thank you, Mansi. Answered well. Okay, now let's take Raiyan. Raiyan, are you ready for one part 3 question?
Yeah, I'm ready, man.
Okay, so your question is, how important is it for a country to be able to grow all the food it needs without importing any from other countries?
Definitely, it's crucial to harvest or grow your own foods. This is mainly because when you produce or manufacture foods, then definitely you don't need to beg or export from other countries, and it will save a lot of money. And when you do this, you will even export those foods to other countries, and you will be fulfilled. And the people in a country will no longer be able to starve, and they will purchase food with cheap cost, and it's very beneficial for them. In near future, it will help them to self-dependent rather than depending on others. They will totally rely on themselves, and they will more influence, and they will try to produce more foods, and even they will try to produce genetically foods as well.
Okay, good job. Thank you. Now I'll take Masum. Masum, your question is, are you ready, Masum? Can unmute?
Yeah, yes, I'm ready.
Your question is, do you think fast food restaurants will be more popular than traditional restaurants in the future?
Of course, honestly to say, in our country, the fast food lovers, consumers are being increased tremendously rather than the traditional food lover, because the cost of this food is quite reasonable. Not only that, people love eating fast food because there is no any other problem it can take easily. It can carry from one place to another place, and it is quite easy to take in bus or in other places. And for all this reason, I think it is the fan of fast food lover, fast food are being increased tremendously, and it will in the future there will be much. It will be quite available in each every corner in our country as well, rather traditional restaurant.
Okay, thank you, Masum. I'm taking Habib now. Habib, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
And then after Habib will be Shazzad.
Yes, ready.
Okay, Habib. Some people say that food in an expensive restaurant is always better than food in a cheap restaurant. Do you agree with that, Habib?
Actually, I will partly agree because most of the high-level restaurants are producing the quality food rather than the cheap restaurant. But some restaurants also giving the substandard food, but the reasonable price. Some restaurants are also providing the good food within the lower prices. Actually, it depends on the mentality of the owners and the location as well. And the people are living surroundings tend to go to the middle class restaurant to take their food rather than the high level restaurant. That's why I would say actually the food quality depends on the quality of the restaurant.
Okay. All right, thank you. So, Shazzad, it's your turn.
Yes, please. Yes,
Okay.
please.
Your question is, how do people in your country feel about genetically modified food?
It's not very common yet because genetically modified food are quite expensive nowadays to produce because it takes a lot of lab experiment and it is not very available everywhere. But fortunately, we are privileged enough to get the opportunity to try some of this. But its demand is not very high right now. But I think it will get popular eventually.
Okay, thank you. I just want to have a quick comment, Shazzad, when you said about food, when you said R, because food is an uncountable noun.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's not only you, for everybody, because even I myself will always have, I'll sleep with this because I will always think that when I'm talking about food in general, it's a lot of food, right? So I also make a mistake in using my verbs, my auxiliary verb.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
But you know what? You make a research about this because I might be wrong. I know that food is an uncountable noun.
It's
Yeah, you should. We can use some food
okay.
and instead of R or something like that. All right.
Okay, I'll check that as well. Thank you for your feedback.
Okay, so just a reminder for everybody, countable and uncountable. There are uncountable nouns and they don't go with R or we always use is for those uncountable nouns. Water is cold, we don't say water are cold. Okay. So we'll have, who's next to you, Shazzad? It was Imon, but Imon is
Imon was before me, but he's not here right now. Yes.
Okay. How about if I'll ask you to talk about something that you like to talk about for 1 minute? Or maybe, let's see, what time is it now? We still have, oh yeah, we can still talk for 2 minutes like a cue card thing, but this way I don't give you a specific topic and bullet points. Just choose a topic whatever you like to talk about. We'll start with Mansi, and then next Raiyan, and then Masum, Shazzad, Habib, Masum, Habib, and Shazzad. Okay, Mansi, you can start. I'll give you 2 minutes.
Okay, ma'am.
You can start now.
Okay. Okay, here I am actually to speak about friends. The topic on which I would be speaking is related to true friendship. Actually, during my college days, I used to have a couple of friends, but slowly, as time passed by, I learned one fact that the more you're surrounded by your friends, I mean, you don't get to judge the true friend. So that's the thing. So then there was one friend of mine. First of all, I never used to trust him much, but I was stuck up in an occasion, and I desperately needed a help of friends on that day. And then, I had almost informed all of my friends to help me and assist me in my difficulty. But and I never trusted this so-called friend of mine that he would come up to help me. But then, it came to me as a surprise that the one from whom I was not expecting an help, he in fact came up to me and lended me, and he in fact solved my problem within minutes. So that day I realized that no matter you may have more and more, or you may have a big group, but true friends are quite less. And I always believe that it's better to keep less friends, but they should be quite honest and they should be quite true. And without your saying anything, they need to understand you in your happiness as well as in your sadness. So that day I in fact came to know the definition of true friendship. That's the thing, that it's not only about the virtual friends, but the real friends who stand by you.
Excellent, Mansi.
Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am. This was prepared on the spot.
Can I insert a story?
Okay, you're Raiyan, your turn.
Okay.
Sorry. So Raiyan asked you, Mansi, was it a true story? Was that the question, Raiyan?
No, I want to illustrate a story regarding practice.
Okay, sure. Okay.
Okay.
So there was a time in New York when a person disguised himself as a poor person, such as a beggar, and he was sitting in a corner, and a lady was passing through him. So that time the beggar was taking some pictures and drawing some pictures, these sort of things. And that time the lady was fascinated, and he told the beggar that, could you please draw me a picture of myself or portrait myself? Then the man told her that yes, definitely. And within 30 seconds, he draw a picture of her. So after completing his picture, he replied that woman and told her that the picture you are watching this is worth $1 million. So at that moment, the lady was surprised and couldn't believe in her eyes. So after that moment, she visited some picture experts or drawing expert, and they almost said that yes, this picture was worth rupees more than 1 million. So after that event, the lady was looking for that person, and she wanted to learn how to take pictures or draw pictures within 30 seconds and earn a handsome amount of money. So finally, when she found him and told him that the picture you drew for me was worth rupees $1 million, and I want to learn this. So the man replied that, beautiful lady, the picture you are watching, and it's worth rupees $1 million. and you want to learn this picture to draw this picture within 30 seconds.
Thank you, Raiyan. Thank you. Time's up. Okay, great story, Raiyan. Let's take Habib. Masum, your turn. Start now.
Okay.
Yeah. Unmute, Masum.
Yes. I mean, should I ask some questions or someone ask me some question?
Talk about something.
On which one?
Anything.
Okay, anything. Well, just maintaining families. My topic is maintaining family. Okay.
Okay.
Actually, from before get married, I thought it is quite easy to maintain family and without having difficulties as well as getting paid. But when I got married and as well as I got my one child, and so by this time, this has made me feel how difficult it is to maintain as well as to keep harmonious, because in we are facing a couple of problems. Maintaining sometimes physical problems, for example, illness, and even it can be sometimes fooding problem, or sometimes it is the family problem. So these are the issues are quite quite relevant. In every stage in our life. So although we are having some problem, lots of problem, but I think we are quite capable. These situations make me much faster and much capable to cope up this environment situations smoothly. But if I consider from
time is up. Thank you, Masum. Habib, your turn. Start now, and then after that, Shazzad. Habib.
Okay, ma'am, thank you. Actually, I would like to share one story in my life. As a service holder, I am to go to my office by a public bus, and every day I have to mix a myriad of people into the bus. After 2 weeks before, actually I got an incident when I sat in a seat into the bus. After 20 minutes, one female beggar got into the bus, and she was asking for help for money from the passengers. She excused that she was unable to see as she was wearing a black color sunglass. I was little bit concerned about her that she was disabled or able to see. I was noticing her that what the female figure do these things. After 20 minutes, she got down from the bus and asked a rickshaw puller, "Can't you see as you are coming toward me?" Seeing that, actually, I was astonished. This way, actually, some beggars are being in the street.
Okay, thank you, Habib. Now, Shazzad, your turn.
Okay, I'm going to talk about an incident that happened to me last year. Last year during the June, I was about to pick up a cartoon box, and suddenly I felt like a muscle cramp in my back. So I just kept it there, and I thought it was a simple muscle cramp. So just I took rest, some physiotherapy, I did some exercise, and I thought it will be okay eventually. But it didn't get well any sooner. Lately, I became more unstable, and even I couldn't even walk for days. I went to a doctor, and the doctor did some tests. He did the X-rays and MRIs, and he gave me he suggested me to take rest for complete bed rest for 2 months. So At that time, I couldn't go out. I was just sitting on my I was just lying on my bed, or sometimes I just go to balcony and watch people walking by. And that time, someday I used to cry like I was walking, and I just couldn't walk like them, and it kind of hurt like it hurt me a lot, because that gave me a lesson that we take our physical health for granted, which is not which is we shouldn't do a lot, because everything is a blessing. And eventually I got better, but the lesson I learned is like we take our body for granted and so many things for granted, and we are not grateful to things that we have. We keep complaining. So after that thing, I kind of stopped whining and complaining about so many things. Like previously, I used to ask my parents like, I don't have these.
Okay, that's about it. Okay, guys. All right, YouTube. Bye for now.